Operation Swamp Sweep is about to get started in New Orleans. Okay, and that's what you just saw there in that first clip. They're loading up, getting ready for some mass deportations in Louisiana. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Not gonna be mad about that one, right? Not gonna be mad about that. And obviously, Tom Homan has already talked about more ICE agents coming on board. I believe next month. I believe he said January. So, and the number was like 10,000 new ICE agents. So we are about to get a massive surge of ICE agents coming on board, and that is going to be absolutely amazing to see and to witness. But, you know, I want to talk about something a little bit here, and that is they're not playing any games anymore. Since those National Guardsmen were, one of them unfortunately passed away, I did read a report that the other one did respond to a nurse's question. The nurses, I believe, asked him a question, and they said blink or give a thumbs up or move your hand or something, and he did. So that is great news. That is always great to hear. It seems like he's on the way to making a recovery from that entire situation. But unfortunately, the other young lady is no longer here with us. But like I said, man, this has really lit a fire underneath Tom Homan and Christy Homan, and as well as Uncle Trump. And I want to play a couple of those clips because this is massive news. So with that being said, let's hop into what Tom Homan recently had to say. Goodness gracious. Hold on, Tom. Let's hop into what Tom Homan had to say. Check it out.
Understand, in these third world nations, they don't have systems like we do. So a lot of these Afghanistans, when they did get here and get vetted, they had no identification at all. Not a single travel document, not one piece of identification. And we're going to count on the people that run Afghanistan, the Taliban, to provide us any information who the bad guys were or who the good guys are? Certainly not. And many people need to understand that most terrorists in this world, most of them, aren't in any database. Because unless they were found on a battlefield by DOD and did a retina scan and did biometrics there, unless you're part of a T3 undercover investigation, we don't know who they are. So, in the same thing with illegal aliens, that over 10 million that came across the border in Joe Biden, there's no way to vet these people. You think El Salvador or Turkey or Sudan or any of these countries have the databases or system checks that we have? Do you think the government of China, Russia, Turkey, you think they're going to share that data with us even if they did have it? There's no way to clearly vet these people, 100% that they're safe to come in this country from these third world nations. President Trump's doing the right thing, reviewing every one of these people that came under the Biden administration and drilling down on them. I really, truly think that most of them are going to end up being deported because we're not going to be able to properly vet them.
Bingo. Everybody must be properly vetted, and the fact is, you can't properly vet them because of where they came from. So basically, everybody's going back, which is absolutely great news. And, are there some people that had good intentions? I'm sure there are, right? I'm sure there are. But unfortunately, there's no way to vet these people. It just is what it is. I would rather be safe than sorry, right? We already got one incident. We don't need to wait around until there's another one. Once again, I'm not saying every immigrant that comes from any one of these countries is always going to be a bad person. Some of them are great people, can most definitely contribute to this country and make this country great again. But unfortunately, some of the people that they came over here with are terrible folks, and we can't vet all of them. So you all got to go. Sorry, you all got to go. Every last one of you. Now, if it was up to me and only me, every single person that has come to this country over the past 10 years got to go. Everybody got to go. Everybody go. H-1B1 visas, go. You came here legally, go. You came here illegally, most definitely go. Everybody's going. Every single person is going. Now, on the flip side, the folks that came here legally, you get to move back to the front of the line. We're going to do a more thorough vetting process. No, we're not going to charge you a bunch of money all over again because we understand that you did pay. Okay, we understand that you attempted to play by the rules, and that's why you're going back to the front of the line. But you still got to get back in line, okay? Because this whole situation is just way too haywire. As a matter of fact, I might even go back further than 10 years. I might go back 30 years, right? Everybody's got to go. Everybody. And like I said, the people who came here legally, they get moved to the front of the line. Right back to the front of the line. And we're gonna have a more stringent vetting process. We're going to vet you, make sure everything is good, everything is peachy. And if everything checks out, hey, going back home. Welcome back to America. We appreciate you, you know? That's what I would personally do. Now, obviously, that would be under a dictatorship because I said if it was up to me and only me, obviously we have some rogue judges and whatnot and laws and everything else that wouldn't allow for that to happen. But that's what I would personally do if, you know, this was a dictatorship, which it isn't. And I know the left always says Trump is a dictator. If he was a dictator, he'd do exactly what I just described. I'm sure Trump would love to deport all of these illegals all at once, right? But it's not possible. Now, I want to get into what Kristi Noem had to say as well, because this is really important too in terms of these deportations. So check that out.
Will you deport people with pending asylum claims, Madam Secretary?
We will if they should be. Absolutely. Yes, we are going to go through every single person that has a pending asylum claim, has an asylum claim here in this country. You know, one of the requirements of asylum is that you have to come in every single year for a checkup and an interview process and a revetting. And that is something that we're going to expedite and happen immediately with anyone who does have that asylum claim today and ensure that they deserve to still be in this country, that they still have the purposes for which they claimed that asylum in place and that they're not here being radicalized and perpetuating dangerous criminal activity against our Americans.
Bam! We don't care if you already going through the process. You might get deported anyway. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Right? I absolutely love it. And this is why we cannot get comfortable, because this process is being stalled by these rogue judges and Democrats, of course. I mean, we see these liberals out in the streets protesting and standing in front of ICE vehicles, and we're going to get into a couple of those clips here shortly. But in the midterms next year, we must show up. And as well, if you live in Tennessee, in District 7, I believe, get out and vote. Get out and vote. You got an election today. So, yeah. Midterms. We must show up for midterms. We have to show up. I guarantee you, come next year, which next year is right around the corner. Crazy how fast this year went by. It is wild. Like, we're in December. It feels like it was just January. If it literally feels like Trump was just getting inaugurated. Does anybody else feel that way? Like, this year just was like, whew. I mean, it literally flew by. I was literally just watching Trump get inaugurated. It's crazy. Crazy, man. Time is flying. Time needs to slow the fuck down. My goodness. This is crazy. It literally just hit me like, bro, it's December. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if y'all felt the same way. Let's get into this clip because apparently some employees at H&R Block collected a check. Check it out.
This is Susie Cheney, and this is Eva Elmer. Susie and Eva both work at H&R Block. Specifically, this H&R Block in Provo, Utah. And these two decided to betray the trust of their customer simply for being immigrants. Yeah, these two decided to steal the addresses and the ITIN numbers of their immigrant customers and gave them to ICE. They did so they can get reward money. And then once they got that reward money, They took a cruise. They traded people's lives for money and greed. And now the People's Sick Day has gotten involved. So we're coming in here with an act of resistance. We need to let H&R Block know just how we feel about their dirty ass employees reporting people to ICE. Because how dare they betray those customers and go into those files and send that information out to Homeland Security. Being a racist piece of shit is very expensive. So let's make it known. That little cruise that they went on is not going to be worth the trouble they are about to see.
Bro, it's not racist to report illegals being in this country. Democrats always use that tactic of calling us racist and thisophobe and thatophobe and everything else. It's not. They are here illegally. They're not just immigrants. They're here illegally. And they will be deported. You know, the same way Barack Obama deported, what was it? I forgot the number, but he is literally the president with the most deportations in U.S. history. You know, the darling of the Democrat Party. But it's funny how, you know, liberals never want to talk about that. They never want to mention Barack Hussein Obama when it comes to deportations. But he deported, up to this point, he's deported more people than Trump has. So what are we talking about here? Why don't you have anything to say about Barack Obama? These folks, man. These folks. Here's some more great news. Check it out.
And Brett, this just breaking right now. The Secretary of State and the State Department are announcing that they have revoked 80,000 visas, American visas, in the year 2025. So far, we get a partial breakdown of those. I will read a couple to you. 16,000 visas revoked for DUI. 12,000 visas revoked for assault and 8,000 for theft. We also know about 8,000 student visas for foreign students studying here in the United States have been revoked. We're going to get you the full breakdown on those numbers, but there you have it for now.
Yeah, so you heard that. 80,000 in total thus far. Foreign nationals have been or have had their visas revoked. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Deport, get them all out of here. Because you know what? Sometimes when you deport one of them, they all leave. Like this story. Check it out.
Lois Santos has lived in the United States for 3 years. She's been raising her children on her own since January, after her husband was deported.
Porque yo pensé que me iba a quedar más tiempo aquí en este país.
She tells me she wanted to stay in the country longer and have better education for her kids. Goa Santos says ICE agents contacted her over the phone and gave her an option to either be detained or self-deport. She believes leaving is the best choice for her family.
Porque a mí no me gustaría ver que a mis hijos.
She says, I don't want my kids to see someone come into the house with a gun or have them or her be handcuffed. Goa Santos plans to make the most of her last few days she has here. She still says she has plenty to be grateful for. She's thankful to God, for her kids, and family. I asked her what she'll miss most about being here in the U.S.
Las personas.
The people, she tells me. She's grateful for the kind people she's met and the calmness that Tucson's brought her.
Yeah, America's a great place. Contrary to popular belief, you know, if you listen to these liberals, America's a great place. We have some great folks here. But no, you got to go. You've got to go. ICE out here calling people. I didn't even know they was doing that. I guess it makes sense. You know, if you got these people's phone number, hey, call them up. Hey, listen, we know who you are. We coming for you. If you don't self-deport, we're coming. Now, what's your choice? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Or do what Uncle Trump did and send them a picture of their house. You know, as ICE is calling up illegals, calling their phone. Yo, we know who you are. We know where you live. You can either self-deport or we're coming to get you. And then the illegal hangs up on ICE. So then ICE sends them a text message of their house. Bro, how funny would that be? How hilarious would that be? Like, come on, bro. First off, even if we didn't have your address, your phone is pinging off the towers, so we know about where you are. Come on, man. That would honestly be hilarious. Also, I found this clip of ICE apparently doing operations at 1 a.m. 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, these brothers don't sleep. Now, I can't play the audio because there's some music playing, so for copyright purposes, of course. But here's the clip. 1 in the morning. Wait. Oh, jeez. 1 o'clock in the morning, y'all. Look at that. You love to see it. They don't sleep. I'm loving it. Whose slogan is that? Is that McDonald's or is that BK? I'm loving it. I think it's McDonald's, right? Yeah. Anyway, I'm loving it. Okay. In the middle of the night when you think you're sleeping peacefully. Come on with us. Come on with us. I love it. But as always, y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Are you happy with the speed of deportations right now? Why or why not? Let me know. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.